Hello friends, welcome. I am glad you're here. Today we're going to visit Disney's Animal Kingdom. You may have heard that there is a kite show that's been happening on the lagoon there for quite some time called Kite Tails. I performed in this show and I've done some video about it in the past, but recently that show was canceled, and at the time that I made this video, I and no one else there knew that this show would not exist any longer, and they made the plan to make the last performance this coming Friday. But Hurricane Ian has disrupted that schedule, and the last performance was yesterday, Tuesday, I believe the 27th. So today we are all posted up here at the Kite House, trying to stay safe. We've got some friends here staying with us and reminiscing about the good times at Kite Tails. It was a really great show, a lot of hard work. The kite flyers really deserve a lot of accolades for the amount of work that went into that show. The whole entire staff was great. I enjoyed myself thoroughly while I was there, and I wanted to share that with you. I want to share with you the new revised edition of the show that they switched to recently. There's not as many cast members, not as many dancers and things you'll see in this video, but stick around to the end, check out the whole thing. I think you're going to enjoy this video. And for all of you that performed in this show, cast members and kite flyers alike, awesome job. I give you the highest credit for what you did. It was a feat in kiting that has never been done. I appreciate knowing all of you and being a part of this. So for everyone else out there, I hope you enjoy this and appreciate it just like I do. I'll see you in the next video, and happy flying, friends. Oh, hello friends. Welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Meeting a couple friends over here today to check out the Kite Tails show. It's been a while since I've been here, so let's go on in and check it out. I lost my pass card. I am an annual pass holder. I lost my pass card, so they were very kind and gave me a new one. I'm not really even going to use it. You get a discount like drinks and food and merchandise and stuff here with it. I'm going to use this all day anyway.
Great day.
Thanks. This is actually the very first time that I've walked through this front gate to come into this park, and I've been here hundreds of times. It's always been through backstage though. I've parked as an employee. Kind of weird. What a great place to work. Rainforest Cafe is down there, and down this path is somewhere else. I'm not really familiar with it since I haven't come into the park this direction before, but let's just wander around a little bit. Tree is so big, it's crazy. It's all made of plaster and stuff, but you can't tell. It looks so real. Disney does an awesome job about making everything look so realistic and, you know, magical and crazy. Great place. It's a great place to explore, I should say. There's a lot of cool parts of the park, like Dino Land, USA, Pandora, Africa. Tough to be a bug. And other cool stuff like these critters. Hey, birds. The very first time I was ever in this park was here to deliver banners for Kiteman Productions. We're decorating for some overnight event. And I just wandered around and I landed right here, and I just hung out here by myself at like 2 or 3 in the morning with these birds. Probably not these exact birds, that was like 10 years ago, but cool spot at nighttime for sure. Take my word for it. You'll probably never see it, but it was very nice, peaceful. By the way, these are lesser flamingos. But I don't hold it against you, buddies. You know, you're just as good as anyone else. You're not lesser to me. By this point, friends, I'm sure you're wondering, what the heck is he doing walking all around this park? I don't see any kites yet. I subscribed to this channel because I'm here for kites. Well, that's what I'm here for too. Believe it or not, I'm here really just to check out these kites, but it's so easy to get sidetracked in this cool park because there's so much cool stuff. And I have to make my way all the way over there. I'm actually pretty lost. I don't think that I've ever even been to this part of the park in all of my wanderings, so no idea where I'm at. I'll find it. I made it all the way across the park to the lagoon, but there was one thing I got sidetracked by. I did a good job, I think, except this one thing. I wanted to show you this. Behind me here is this ape facility. It's a very nice home for the Simang apes. When we were practicing right across the way here in the lagoon for the Kite Tails show late last year, well, early in the morning, we got the experience of hearing these apes all doing their hollering thing. They do this weird squawking holler like 6 o'clock in the morning, right at sunrise. So you'd have to be here in the park very early to hear that, but it's loud, very distinctive, just something interesting. Thought I'd pass along. Now it's time for the kites.
Get those hands up, everybody! Hey, yeah! How about out there? Hey!
It's not a bad backdrop to be working every day. It's a little warm. It is warm, but this is the stage that the kite flyers work on. There's more kites there, and then there's more kites back there on that barge. You might have heard somewhere along the grapevine that the show has changed. It's more like sketch driven now than having separate shows 6 times a day. I think there's 22 shows. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it's changed. The last time I flew in this show and worked on this was before the changeover, so I'm looking forward to it. All the kites are set up and ready to go. Kite flyers all hang out down here. Nice little shaded area. Over here, you can probably holler at them and say hello if you were so inclined. For those of you that are interested and might be disappointed like me, the only ice cream available in front of the lagoon is the Yeti sundae, not the Kite Tails sundae that was really good. It's probably the same thing with a different chocolate thing on the top, but I was gonna get one, but nah, I've decided against it. The Yeti is a cool ride though, and before I leave, probably gonna have to ride the Yeti, the Everest. Everest is what it's called. Well, that's CJ. He runs the show right there, and he let me down there to watch the first show, but I couldn't record anything. Anything that's not from a guest perspective, I can't show. So it is pretty awesome to stand right there as the kites are going right over your head. I wish I could show that to you, but I cannot. It's okay. I'm going to give you a good perspective from the main grandstand where my friends are already sitting. Get a nice perspective of the show here. Finally.
Hey!
Finally. Long wander around the park. Now I got lost.
Look at this.
I have never walked in the main gate of this park, so I got totally lost out there. I had no idea where I was. Hello.
We understand.
Greetings, friends! Welcome to Disney Kite Tails, where we will journey into the splendor of Disney's The Lion King with a colorful kite display of high-flying magic. Now, look to the lagoon as we allow the magic of Disney storytelling to soar like never before.
So the show now goes on every 20 minutes. There's one act. That's it. So what you just saw there, there's 2 kites that will come out and fly, and then the next 20 minutes will be a different theme. It'll go from Lion King to Jungle Book, from Lion King to Jungle Book. It's a pretty simple show. Gives the pilots a chance to rest a little bit in these hot days as well. Believe me, it's not an easy job up here. It looks like a lot of fun, and it is. It's an incredible experience to fly for Kiteman, but it is a lot of work.
And then in the front, there are...
By this point, you've probably seen the show before or know enough about it to know how it works. But if you haven't, these are big inflatable kites, and they fly with the assistance of a large power kite that you probably saw, lifting it, or a lifter kite. You call it whatever you want. But that's how we steer these things. It's steerable on a bar, and it's attached to the jet ski itself, and there's a safety release, so if things go awry, you can let go quickly and nothing gets damaged, or minimal damage, you hope. It's very rare for anything to really go wrong out here. It's supposed to land over there, friends. It's supposed to land there. Nothing went wrong. It's supposed to land in that spot, just how it did. More animals of the kingdom, the wild one.
He just does.
I've never seen these Disney characters before. No idea. Hello. Hi. How rude of me not to introduce my friends. This is Wayne and Bruce, the Kite Man, and Janet. You probably already met all of these three at some point, but these are my friends.
Hey! Come on, everybody, hands up! Hey! Yeah! Woo! Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
You guys hear that little hooting, the squawking? That's those apes. Show prep happening. These kites are made by Peter Lynn. You probably could have assumed that. There's not too many companies that make kites like that, but Peter Lynn did make these kites. And it took a long time to develop these. It was very secretive for a bit. That's always fun when you're starting a new show and you get to experience that part of it, the behind the scenes things and all of it. It's awesome to see these kites still flying. They've got a couple of each of these kites in stock in case something happens to them. And sometimes it does. You know, it'll come across something and maybe some tear will happen, but they also have a repair person in the back that's available all the time to take care of such occurrences.
I got some names.
Keep your eyes on the skies for more Kite Tail scenes taking flight throughout the day.
There are some obvious changes in the show as well, like there's no dancers anymore. No entertainment out here in the seating area. They used to have like these props and they look like turtles and such, and people walk through in these costumes. It was very, very festive. They got the kids involved, but now they've totally taken that away. And in fact, the dancers that worked for us and the kite flyers that worked for Kiteman Productions now are working over here, flying kites and doing ground crew responsibilities. A lot of good stuff going on out here still. It's a cool show. I still remember all the music to this show. I was singing along. So long, everybody. I love hanging out with these guys. The reason that I'm in kiting is because of Bruce back there. I say my friend, but Bruce is actually my cousin. Actually, my mom sent me this photo this week that she found. Check it out. This is a picture of me and Bruce and my dad, mom, my sister, and I. I've been hanging out with Bruce for a long time. Definitely the reason I'm in kiting. Wayne and Janet are majorly influential and being major supporters of World's Greatest Kiting and anything I do. Double bonus. Oh, hidden Mickey. Technique they use to deflate these really fast is they have a leaf blower and they put that sucker on reverse, sucks all the air right out of it. It's a very, very smart way to do it. It's fast. If you ever taken one of these kites down, it's cumbersome sometimes, especially if you do it several times a day, like 22 times a day, like these guys do. You need some assistance, and that leaf blower really helps. Well, something I'll share with you is right here in Dino Land, USA. In this exact spot was our practice area for our indoor or sidewalk flyers before the Kite Tail show began. Notice that there's no sidewalk flyers now. That's been cut from the show, but this was our practice arena right here, among some other places in the park, but this was the best. Had a lot of space, could fly around, and there's really nobody out here. It was pretty nice. I gave in and I did get the Yeti sundae. Looks pretty good. I'm sure it tastes good. It's probably the exact same thing as the other Kite Tails sundae. And I made it onto the roller coaster. Can't resist. I love roller coasters. They're so fun. Oh no! What's gonna happen? Quick bird. Not only did I ride the ride and get the ice cream, but I bought a Disney Kite Tails pin to add to my collection. I have a small pin collection, just stuff that I was involved in, nothing really major. But couldn't pass it up. Thank you, friends, for joining me here at Disney's Animal Kingdom to check out Kite Tails, the revised show, and hang out for a little bit. What a great park. I'm really glad you joined me. I appreciate your company. I'll see you in the next video, and of course, happy flying. Before you go, friends, I wanted to show you these photos to give you an idea of how large the kites were that were used in Kite Tails. Here you'll see Bruce Flora, Kite Man, and Blake Pelton standing in front of this gigantic kite. So big. Not easy to work with, but really fun. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you in the next video, and happy flying.